Welcome, electronic video guests, to the outer limits of the trading card hobby, TTM. Through the mail, we seek to have the famous and the infamous sign the trading cards and photographs we send to them through the mail. Today we have 8 such specimens to examine. So if you like watching envelopes being opened, you've come to the right place. We've got 8 today. Some of them feel a little thick, making me nervous. There might be price lists in there. But we got to open it and see. All right. Let us get started with our TTM fun. The first one is coming to us from Tampa, Florida. Tampa, the hellhole of America. The most miserable people in the world live in Tampa, Florida. We got a note. Do we get our card back signed? Let's see. Yes, very nice. Steve Foucault, the old chubby behemoth of relief pitchers. He has signed his 1976 Topps card. That is a beauty. Steve Foucault. You guys remember this guy. He pitched about 6 years in the big leagues. He had about 50 saves. He mainly pitched with Texas and Detroit. He had a pretty good career earned run average in the low threes. Interesting thing about Mr. Foucault, after he left baseball, he became a police officer for a few years in Arlington, Texas. And he wised up and quit that job and got back into baseball. He's as a minor league pitching coach. And I still think he's in the minor leagues as a pitching coach today. Steve Foucault, the chubby behemoth of relief pitchers. Thank you, sir, for signing your 1976 top card. That is a great way to start. Now, he sent my note back. Let's see if he answered any of the questions. Oh, he did. An extra bonus. Did you like playing for Ralph Houck? Ralph, in case you didn't know, was his manager with the Tigers. He says, yes, loved it. Did you enjoy your time with the Tigers? Absolutely. Well, thank you, Mr. Foucault. We appreciate you signing and answering the questions. Ralph Houck the Major. He loved playing for him. Steve Foucault. That's a great way to start. Outstanding. All right. Let's move on to Omaha, Nebraska. Coming from the middle of the USA. Omaha, Nebraska. Trying to remember, who did we send to Omaha? I don't know. Omaha, Nebraska. Oh, very nice. Donnie Freeman. I wonder if you guys remember Donnie Freeman. He was a great high school basketball player in Illinois. In fact, his high school career went on at the same time as Cassie Russell. They were both in Illinois. Cassie was in Chicago. Donnie, he wasn't in Chicago, but somewhere in Illinois. Both great high school legends in Illinois. Both went on to become All-Americans. Donnie at Illinois, Cassie Russell at Michigan. They had some great battles in the Big Ten. And then Donnie went into the ABA, and he was an all-star, I think 5 times, and he averaged about 19 points a game for his career. Great basketball player, Donnie Freeman. Thank you for signing this beautiful 1973 Topps card. Donnie Freeman. Let's see if there's anything interesting on the back of this card. Donnie is considering being a teacher at the conclusion of his career. I should have asked him about that. Donnie Freeman, great player, high school legend in Illinois, All-American at the University of Illinois, 5-time ABA All-Star, great basketball player. Thank you, Mr. Donnie Freeman, for signing this 1973 Topps card. That is two great autos to start out with. Okay, number 3. Lehigh Valley, PA. Nice and thin, so there's no nerves here as far as getting a price list back. Let's see what we got out of Lehigh Valley, PA. Oh, Tom Woodschick, the old running back from the Philadelphia Eagles, signing his 1969 Topps card. Look at that beautiful pose with that football safely tucked under his arm. Now, this guy's a pretty good running back with the Eagles in the late 60s. Again, this is back in the day when, they had white running backs. His best year was, I think, 1968. He had about 950 yards. He was an All-Pro in 68 and 69, and he averaged 4.3 yards per carry for his career, which back in that day, the day of the old 3 yards in a cloud of dust offense, that's a pretty good average per carry. He played his college ball, I think, at West Virginia. Tom Woodschick, old running back for the Eagles. Look at that beautiful 1969 Topps card. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you signing this card. That is a beauty. Tom Woodschick, great running back with the Eagles in the late 60s. And we're off to a great start with these autograph returns. 3 good ones. Let's see. Let's keep going. Let's just keep going. Now let's get to Charleston, South Carolina. Let's see what we got coming to us from Charleston, South Carolina. Let's see what we got. Oh, this is a sweet return. Wally Bunker signing 2 beauties. I don't know if you guys know the Wally Bunker story, but he, I believe, still has the record for most wins in a season by a teenager. He won 19 games in 1964 for the Baltimore Orioles. And that's the record, at least for the modern era. Back in the 1800s, they had some guys win crazy numbers of games as teenagers. But in the modern era of baseball, Wally Bunker, he's the best teenage season pitcher for a best season by a teenager in the big leagues. He won 19 games in 1964 for the Orioles. Unfortunately, he had some arm problems, and he only ended up winning about 40 more games the rest of his career. Although in the 1966 World Series where the Orioles swept the Dodgers, he pitched a 6-hit shutout in Game 3. So he, all things considered, he had a pretty good career. Wally Bunker. He signed this beautiful 1968 Topps and then this 1966 Topps. Wally Bunker. Probably the best teenage pitcher in the modern era of baseball. Thank you, sir, for signing those 2 vintage top cards. Wally Bunker. Man, we are rolling today. All right, let's see what we get here next. This one feels a little thick. It's making me nervous. Is this the dreaded price list? It's coming to us from South Suburban Illinois. I'm nervous. Let's pull it. Oh, we got a note back. Well, let's see. Oh, look at this. I don't know if you guys have watched any of my other videos, but I was trying to get a Trinity Rodman rookie card, and I opened a bunch of packs of the girls' soccer cards. And I liked the action shot on this one, and I sent this out for autograph. Miss Sarah Lubert. That's a beautiful signature on that great card of that action shot. When I was looking up the info to send it to her, I seen she played for a girls' soccer team called the Chicago Red Stars, and that she actually just scored her first goal a few weeks ago, and now getting this card back signed from her. That is great. She sent me a little note. Let's see what this note says. It says, "Hi, thank you so much for your letter. It made my day. I'm so glad you're enjoying watching soccer and supporting our league. I really appreciate your support. Thanks, Sarah." Look at that nice note on that nice paper too. Well, I'm glad it made her day, and she made my day with this signature. Look at that beautiful card. Look at that action shot. That's going to be one of my favorites. Young lady, you made my day too. Thank you so much for signing this soccer card. Really appreciate it. The Red Stars. She got her first goal a few weeks ago. Hope she gets a ton more. Man, this is one of our best days of TTMs. Let's just keep this ship going. New York, New York. The city's so lame they named it twice. What do we got coming out of New York City? Well, there's a note. We got our note back. Let's see if the card is signed. Oh, yeah. Willis Crenshaw, the old running back from the Cardinals. He put his number on there, number 33, fullback. Willis Crenshaw. Thank you, sir. That's a beauty, that 1969 Topps card. I doubt there's anybody watching this who saw Willis Crenshaw play. I actually seen him when I was a kid, a little small kid. He played college ball at Kansas State. He was actually more of a track guy. He was a pole vaulter. He had played a few years in the NFL. He had one decent year with the Cardinals in '68. He had over 800 yards and 6 touchdowns. Now, interesting thing about Mr. Crenshaw, he played in the NFL back in the day where you couldn't make enough money in 3 or 4 seasons to be set for life. He had to actually get out and work for a living after football. He became, of all things, a life insurance salesman. Willis Crenshaw. Can you imagine? We seen the sad news the other day that Chris Carson, the running back for the Seahawks, had to retire because of a neck injury. Can you imagine if he had to go out now and sell life insurance? Well, Willis Crenshaw, he had to work for a living after his football, and he toiled away like the rest of us. Well, we thank you, sir, for signing this 1969 Topps card. Willis Crenshaw, great running back out of Kansas State, track guy, pole vaulter, played for the Cardinals. Let's see if he put anything on my note, if he answered any of the questions. It just says, "Thanks for being a great fan." Well, thank you, Mr. Crenshaw, for selling all that life insurance to people who really needed it. Appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Well, we got 2 left. Let's see what we got coming. So far, we haven't had a dud. This is the first video in a while we haven't had a dud yet. I hope I didn't jinx myself. San Diego, California. Let's see what we got coming to us from San Diego. Well, that's good. I can see your questions answered, so that's a good sign. We're going to have a success. Charlie Joyner, Hall of Fame receiver, and he put this HOF 96. Charlie Joyner. That is a beauty. What year Topps was this? 79 Topps, I believe. Look at that. That's a great picture of Mr. Joyner. Beautiful signature. Of course, you know Charlie. He's a Hall of Famer. Played at Grambling in college. He had his greatest years with the Chargers. I think he started out with the Oilers, but he had his best years with the Chargers with that Air Coryell offense with Dan Fouts as his QB. And when he retired, he held the records for most receptions and most receiving yards. Of course, those have been broken, many times over the years. But he's a true Hall of Famer, a great wide receiver, one of the all-time greats. Charlie Joyner, thank you for signing that beautiful 1979 Topps card. Look at that. That's a beauty. Look at that. Yeah, he started out with the Oilers. Oh, yeah, then he had a few years with the Bengals. I forgot that. But then his career, he had his best years with that Air Coryell offense with Dan Fouts. Let me see what he answered on these questions here. Do you still follow the game? Yes. Any current players you like? The QB for the Chargers. He couldn't quite remember his name maybe, but I guess he means Justin Herbert. All right, that's a good one. Thank you, Mr. Joyner. That is yet another awesome return today. All right, here comes our last one, coming to us from Columbia, South Carolina. And we've had some fantastic returns. Let's see what we get out of Columbia. This is nice. Looks like we got a religious tract in here. I love getting those. Oh, Bobby Bryant. Great cornerback for the Vikings. Thank you, sir. This guy, Bobby Bryant, he's one of the last of the great white cornerbacks, along with Roger Worley and Dick LeBeau in the late 60s, early 70s. He was a Pro Bowler a couple of times, had over 50 career interceptions. I'm kind of surprised he's not in the Hall of Fame. He had a pick six off of Roger Staubach in the 1973 NFC Championship game. He and Paul Krause, who was the safety, they held up the back end of that great old Purple People Eaters defense for the Vikings. And if I remember right, he played his college ball at South Carolina, was also a very good baseball pitcher. He turned down offers from the Yankees and Red Sox and stuck with football. Bobby Bryant signing this beautiful 1973 Topps card. Look at that. Bobby Bryant. Look at that old vintage football card. Thank you, Mr. Bryant, for signing that card. And he sent along this little note. Oh, look at this. This is beautiful. Bobby Bryant, Minnesota Viking. He signed this too. He's got there's the web address there if you want to look this up. This looks like a religious tract. Oh, yeah, this is going to be sweet to read. Oh, he's going to tell his story about how he found out about Jesus. This is going to be awesome. I love these. Can never have too many of these. Bobby Bryant, thank you. Look at this. This is great. Check out some of these things here. I really highly recommend this. Check out this stuff here from Bobby Bryant. Very interesting. I'm going to read this. And then there's got this here too if you want to check that out. For Bobby Bryant. Well, that was some great returns today. I tell you what, every one of them was fantastic. You know, I think my favorite one, though, to tell you the truth, was from the young lady who sent the very kind note and the beautiful card autograph. I think that's my favorite. If you got a favorite, put it down in those comments below. And if you want to get started in this TTM fun, here's some fellas. Danny Darwin, Johnny Ray, Juan Gonzalez, greatest slugger of the 90s, and Luis Gonzalez, World Series hero. These guys all sign autographs. And if you want to get started but you just don't have no cards, I'm going to give away these four because these guys will sign anything, these four guys. You send them a card, they're going to send it back to you. And this Luis Gonzalez, that's his rookie card. You can get a Luis Gonzalez autograph rookie card. So if you want to get started and you need some cards, you put a comment down there. Put this here in the comment. UD4, that stands for Upper Deck. These are all Upper Deck, 91 Upper Deck cards. Put UD4 in the comment, and I'll do a drawing sometime this weekend for anybody who put that comment down there, UD4, and I'll send you out these 4 starter cards so you can get started getting your own autographs. UD4. Put that comment down. Everybody who puts that in the comment field is entered. We'll do a drawing and give away this starter pack so you can have some fun with these TTMs. Alright, everybody, this was one of the best ones we've done. Talk to you all later.